Your home for the Mount Vernon Rams is WMIX Sports, powered by Community First Bank.
It is indeed powered by Community First Bank. Glad to have you alongside tonight from Max Morris Gymnasium in West Frankfort. It's an IHSA Class 3A regional semifinal between the number 2 Lady Rams of Mount Vernon and, of course, the number 3 Centralia Annies. Of course, the Lady Rams are 2 games above 500 at 15-13. Centralia, meanwhile, comes in with a 6-23 mark, which we told you before the first break here on your Landers Collision Center's pregame show. Lady Rams have lost 2 this year to the Annies. We'll see what happens tonight, but no reason to think that this one won't be a close one. And, of course, we told you this regional had prior history. Well, a year ago, actually about a year and a week ago, so about 53 weeks ago, this same regional transpired at Centralia. And, of course, what happened there is the winner of this match got the Benton Rangerettes, who, of course, got a big win tonight in semifinal play over rival West Frankfort, 25-12, 25-12. But we thought it was going to be the Lady Rams last year. They owned the season series against the Annies. They came in with a higher seed, and the Annies team surprised the Lady Rams. Do the Lady Rams have the ability to reciprocate that effort, that feeling tonight?
Yes, they do have that ability. The question is, can they do it? It seems Centralia has them both physically and, more importantly, mentally, as far as playing them, winning the last 4 or 5 matches, and it's not anything special or different. Just Centralia's had the upper hand, and the Annies are looking for that again tonight. It's up to Mount Vernon to try to turn the tide for themselves.
Well, no doubt about that. Of course, a big regional atmosphere here tonight in West Frankfort. Actually, pretty good attendance under the circumstances.
It's not bad. I mean, it's a rainy night, Tuesday night. There's, stuff going on. The NBA opens up tonight. You have that. Not bad for a Centralia Mount Vernon trip. Of course, Fitton and Frankfort played the 6 o'clock match. There were quite a few people here, obviously, 2 rivals getting together. So, it's just a matter of time. And, of course, this game will probably spur whoever wins. We'll have a few more fans here on Thursday night.
Well, a big Thursday night regional championship that would be. It would be an old South 7 showdown between the Benton Rangerettes and the winner of this one. It's coming up in just a moment here on the Landers Collision Center's pregame show. We'll come back. We'll set you up for tonight's regional semifinal matchup between the Mount Vernon Lady Rams and the Centralia Annies. First, a quick break. This is Lady Rams Volleyball presented by Community First Bank.
High school sports are back, and your source for scores is WMIXsports.com. Also, find archived local sports broadcasts, video highlights, national sports headlines, and more right at your fingertips. Listen and watch live WMIX sports broadcasts from your desktop or any mobile device. Need a score? Want to see a sick dunk? Miss a game? Didn't get up in time for the Saturday sports show? That's right, it's all at WMIXsports.com. Another free service from Withers Broadcasting, WMIXsports.com.
Here's Jeff Schmidt for Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon.
Consumer Reports ranked the 2014 Chevy Silverado number 1 over the Dodge, over the Ford, over the Toyota. So we're really proud of our new truck. You also get a free maintenance plan. You don't have to pay for your oil changes anymore. It's really a remarkable deal. Right now we're offering up to $2,500 in rebates on the 2014 Chevy Silverado, so it's more affordable than ever. And like I said, they're selling good.
Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon, 3423 Broadway in Mount Vernon.
What does technology sound like? Is it the clang of heavy machinery, the beeps and chirps of an electronic gadget? At the new Good Samaritan Regional Health Center, technology sounds a little something like this.
It's the sound of a young girl excited because her mom's being released the same day as her minimally invasive surgery. Thanks to the Da Vinci surgical robot, our surgeons' hand motions are seamlessly translated into smaller, more precise movements. But surgery isn't the only way Good Samaritan is raising the bar for advanced healthcare in Southern Illinois.
That's the sound of a patient's health record being updated and stored electronically for immediate access by nurses, primary care doctors, and specialists alike. That's why soon, the new Good Samaritan Regional Health Center will use all electronic patient health records. Less paper translates to faster, better care for you. And that sounds a little something like this.
The new Good Samaritan Regional Health Center. Raising a hospital, raising the bar.
Back to Lady Rams Volleyball, powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland.
And we welcome you back, Max Morris Gymnasium on the campus of on the campus of Frankfort Community High School. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside. So glad to have you with us tonight. Of course, Holly Carroll back as Mount Vernon studio. Landers Collision Center's pregame show will roll on. We're about just moments away from the start of this one in a regional semifinal in Class 3A. Of course, get this regional started. Number 4 had to battle number 5, and the West Frankfort Redbirds got a win last night, 25-16, 25-16, over the Mount Carmel Lady Aces, which led to tonight's game, in which the Benton Rangerettes defeated West Frankfort 25-12, 25-12. That's a quick look at some quick scores presented by Tony Wilt, State Farm agent. We'll have scores throughout the night. We have some scores from elsewhere as well.
Won over Odin as a Sandoval region night pretty handily, 25-7, 25-3. The other one I have.
We'll get you some more throughout the night as well. It is postseason. The Lady Rams ripping and ready to go as they warm up on the floor. Audio only right now at WMIXsports.com. Do some circumstances, I guess you could say, beyond our control. Unable to video stream this matchup tonight. Of course, video will return for Rams football on Saturday, and we would love to make it return should the Lady Rams get a big win here tonight over the Annies. We'll take another break on your Landers Collision Center's pregame show. When we come back, we'll tell you what it will take for Mount Vernon to beat Centralia tonight and for Centralia to beat Mount Vernon. This is the Landers Collision Center's pregame show. This is Lady Rams Volleyball from WMIX Sports.
Friday Night Lights are back. The best in high school football content is right here at WMIX Sports. Don't miss area coaches and our panel of experts as the Saturday Sports Show revisits the region's most important games. We'll also recap the WMIXsports.com scoreboard, plus talk up other local sports. Look for the Saturday Sports Show after the 8 a.m. news on WMIX 940 and WMIXsports.com. Powered by Crossroads Community Hospital. It's more than a hospital. It's what healthcare should be.
Hi, this is Monica Wilt with People's National Bank. Being locally owned, we know the importance of having a free checking account that you can depend on. The account only takes $100 to open, and there is no minimum balance requirement. People's National Bank offers big bank services with small hometown feel. Stop by any People's National Bank branch and ask about the benefits of the People's National Bank free checking account.
People's National Bank, serving Southern Illinois since 1909. Member FDIC.
I couldn't resist. Last month's Ram Truck Month was so successful, I have decided to extend the only true truck month. Hi, Roy Schmidt, Ram dealer at King City Chrysler, Mount Vernon. You remember me telling you that the deals couldn't get any better, and it can't. That's why I'm glad to extend the opportunity for 0% financing for 72 months, plus $2,000 cash back on new 2013 Ram Quad Cabs and Crew Cabs with the Bighorn, Express, or Outdoorsman packages. 2014s are arriving daily, and we are ready to deal to help close out the 2013 model year. Take advantage of these amazing incentives. Come see one of our sales associates at King City Chrysler Center at 1603 Broadway in Mount Vernon, Illinois, or shop us online at kingcitychrysler.com. Find us on Facebook. And don't forget our new Express Lane fast oil changes and more for service without an appointment.
Your home for the Mount Vernon Rams is WMIX Sports, powered by Community First Bank.
And we'll get back Max Morris Gymnasium for your Landers Collision Center's pregame show. We told you before the break, we talk about what the Lady Rams would need to do here tonight against the Centralia Annies in a regional volleyball semifinal to pick up a big win. And I think, given what we've seen over the past few matches with some of the struggles, losing to Carbondale and Wayne City last week, though picking up a big win against Marion the week before, it's pretty clairvoyant what the Lady Rams need to do.
Well, number one, play more consistent, good volleyball. They've had problems up and down this year. House the fire coming back, losing in third set, or reverse everything. Secondly, communicate. At times, the Lady Rams kind of stand around each other, look at each other, and get down on themselves without communicating. And I think if you do those two things tonight, you have enough chance to pull in and get a win and head to the regional championship match on Thursday.
But if you're the Annies, you've beaten this team twice. What do you need to do tonight to make it a third time?
But you have to keep doing what you're doing. I think you've got some magic over Mount Vernon. I think it's important if Mount Vernon wants to win, they have to jump out early. But if Centralia jumps out and gets the lead and puts some pressure on Mount Vernon a little bit and maybe feel down about themselves, it comes down to the team that starts the quickest. I think whoever starts that way is probably going to have an advantage, especially if you're the Annies. You don't want to let them have any kind of thought that Mount Vernon come in and beat you.
It's almost time to go for Max Morris Gymnasium. We'll take one more break. When we come back, we'll have your Central Christian Church starting lineup. This is Lady Rams Volleyball from WMIX Sports.
This is Chase Landers with Landers Collision Centers. Imagine this. You're driving down the road. It's dark as can be outside. Thank goodness you just had that left headlight bulb replaced. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to see a thing. Now, close your eyes. Okay, don't close your eyes. You're supposed to be driving. Imagine noticing a slight twinkle off to the left, just above the ditch. What is that, you think to yourself? All of a sudden, whack! You've just encountered your first deer hit. The left side of your vehicle is beat up pretty bad. The next thing I want you to imagine is very simple. Picking up your phone and dialing 1-888-LANDERS to set up your repair. Deer claims are common. and usually a very simple process, which fall under comprehensive coverage. This is Chase Landers asking you to allow Landers to be your collision repair shop of choice. Whether it be a deer hit, fender bender, or the regular, uh-oh, sorry mom, Landers is here for you whenever you need us. Big or small, Landers fixes them all. 1-888-LANDERS, that's 1-888-LANDERS.
Rend Lake College and Southeastern Illinois College are teaming up to provide safe lane training for Southern Illinois. Safe lane training is for professionals in the oil and natural gas industry. RLC and SIC are offering this 8-hour safe lane course for only $95. Classes will be offered in Carmine, Harrisburg, Ina, McLeansboro, and Wayne City to start. Call 618-437-5321, extension 5804 for more information on safe lane training from Rend Lake College and Southeastern Illinois College.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Now is a great time to move your account to Community First Bank. With our new One Account offering the highest interest rate in the market, free checking, and CD specials delivered by people you know and trust, why would you not bank with the market leader in Jefferson County? We offer 5 locations with 7 ATMs and have been serving the Jefferson County market since 1906. Stop in and see why our bank is the fastest growing bank in Jefferson County. Community First Bank. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC.
Follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. This is Lady Rams Volleyball from WMIX Sports.
And welcome you back. Max Morris Gymnasium on the campus of Frankfort Community High School. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside for the IHSA 3A West Frankfort Regional. Tonight it's a semifinal between the Mount Vernon Lady Rams and the West Frankfort. How about the Centralia Annies?
Yeah, that too.
That'll work. West Frankfort dispatched tonight by the Benton Rangerettes earlier a moment ago. So the winner of this matchup will have Benton on Thursday. There we go.
You want to start over?
If I could click rewind.
Yes, you may start over if you need.
Oh man, Marty McFly, where are you? There we go. Central Christian Church starting lineup time. We'll get to those in just a moment. Of course, thenewcentral.com is where you can find amazing ministry multimedia as well as watch Central services online. It's all at thenewcentral.com. Central Christian Church is loving God and loving people. Pinned down. Somebody called the Big Factory. We're in trouble here tonight. Max Morris Gymnasium, we appreciate the hospitality of the administrative staff of Frankfort Community High School. We also appreciate sister station 1300 The Fan for unknowingly let us sitting in their booth.
First time I've been in the booth. I have yet to be in the booth in all the years coming down here until tonight, so I feel like I'm kind of in a different territory.
I feel as if it's safe to go ahead and meet the Mount Vernon.
It is now. I got my pin back, or have my pin back. Number 2, Alexis Stewart. Number 11, Molly Kester. Number 15, Rachel Kirsch. Number 21, Hannah Owens. Number 22, Kirsten McGowan. Number 25, Hannah Carbonero. Number 29, Whitney Jones. They will not all start. They will share some positions for Mount Vernon Lady Rams head coach Angie Higgins.
There you go. Of course, we'll meet the Annies in just a moment. It's all presented by Central Christian Church. Log on to thenewcentral.com for service times, webcasts, and amazing ministry multimedia. It's thenewcentral.com. Central Christian Church, loving God and loving people. They will meet them over the public address system. And, of course, starting tonight for the Annies, coached by Angie Edson, will be Evelyn Snyder, Kaylee Holscher, Bethany Coffey, Jordan Keith. The libero, of course, tonight will be Jenna Beckmeyer. Also getting a start at outside hitter will be number 18, Rihanna Hutt, for the 6-23 Annies. But do not be fooled by that mark. They have beaten the 15-13 Lady Rams twice this season.
Yeah, that happens. They're playing the third time. Of course, you know, a good friend of ours said that not only hard to beat a good team 3 times in 1 year, it's hard to beat them once. So Mount Vernon may feel, or Centralia may feel, one of those here tonight.
We'll certainly find out as we'll get underway in just a moment here from Max Morris Gymnasium, often referred to as the Supreme Court. Hosts quite a few IHSA postseason events. It once held the 2A Super Sectional for a couple of seasons. It's held plenty of sectionals, plenty of regionals. It's held girls Super Sectionals on the basketball side, and now tonight, of course, its first 3A regional.
Back when, before that big circle building down in Carbondale got built, it was the host of several Super Sectionals. This was the step before Champaign and Huff Hall and everything else, and the Assembly Hall before the arena was built.
There you go. If you like that history, well, plenty of history coming your way over the coming week related to the football playoffs. As the Mount Vernon Rams drew the Mattoon Green Wave. 2:30 will be your pregame on WMIX AM and WMIX FM. The video on WMIXsports.com. We hope to bring the video back on Thursday should the Lady Rams get a win here tonight. Of course, that'll all be coming your way. Stay tuned to the Twitterverse and WMIX Sports, as well as Facebook and WMIXsports.com. This is WMIX Mount Vernon, a free service from Withers Broadcasting. At the top of the 7 o'clock hour, snuck in just a few moments ago. We're looking to sneak in a start to this one. The Lady Rams will go right to left. Left to right will go the Annies, coached by Angie Edson. Looking to defeat the Lady Rams in the regional semifinal yet again. Last year was at the CHS Arena. This year, another place decked out in red, the Max Morris Gymnasium. As we told you, plenty of history in this building. A lot of great contests have been seen here, all the way back to the South 7 Conference, now into the River to River, Ohio, as I believe.
Think of the individual players that have played here over the years.
Oh, my gosh. A who's who. I don't even know where to begin. I'm like thinking. There's so many places you could start. You could start from way back when the gymnasium was built to the 90s to recent. As the first serve will come to Carbonero. A little bit of history by Jenna Beckmeyer for the Annies to start. The Lady Rams will take a 1-0 lead here in the first varsity set. Just a great serve by Hannah C., and that one was going to end up in the back row. A little bit of trouble for the libero, and it goes out of bounds. 1-0, Lady Rams on top. Carbonero will serve off of the ground. It'll be right down the middle, picked up in the back row. No, it wasn't. Dropped in the back row. It'll be 2-0. Lady Rams with an early lead.
Well, off to a solid start. Mount Vernon showing Centralia early. We're not going to back down from this.
Garbo will serve up to Love, and there it comes. It's in the back row. Beckemeyer to pick it up. Into the front row to go. Coffee to the far side. Here it comes. A little bit of trouble in the Lady Ram back row. Rihanna Hutton will pick up the kill for the Annies. It's 2-1 as they sneak back in. Of course, we'll have a rotation here, but that was one good play. Make your own great play when you open a Community First Bank free high-yield checking account that earns cash back. Just ask for one. Remember, FDIC. Reagan Schwartz will serve for the Annies, trailing 1-2 here in the first set of this regional semi. It'll be right down the middle to Stewart. Front row, Carbonell trying to set up to the far side. It'll be Molly Kester. Ooh! Annies thought they had to dig in the back row. Couldn't come up with it. It was outside the antenna to the left. It'll be 3-1 Lady Rams.
A sense of vigor and energy from the orange and black here so far to start, something we haven't seen consistently this year.
We'll see how it ends up with Madalena Overstreet on the serve, up 3-1. Beckmeyer up front, Schwartz. She's going to send her to Hutton. Ooh, almost blocked the net by McGowan. Beyond the attack line, it'll be Carbonell leaving it for Stewart. Back row, here come the Annies. Now to the far side. Good play coming from Jordan Keefe. Ooh, stopped by Stewart in the back. Carbonell centers it to McGowan. Into the back row to go for the Annies. That was Snyder up front. It'll be dropped off to the near side to the left. Katie Brandon with a swing. It was blocked. Now Hutton down the middle is going to send it to the back row. There's Stewart beyond the attack line. Carbonell to the near side. Owens. Spike comes, but it's dug out in the back. This one will be into the net. Annies can't take it out of the net. And it'll be 4-1 Lady Rams. Don't be fooled by this hot start. Lady Rams, of course, won the first set back at home, 25-21. Then the Annies won the next two, 25-11, 25-11. Got to continue this hot start. Overstreet will serve up 4-1. As we see some things on Twitter, that was a nice play off the far side at the front. Katie Brandon to get the kill to be 4-2.
One thing about Mount Vernon, they are highly inconsistent. Either it's a good start, slow middle, or a bad start and a quick middle and end. So we'll see which Lady Rams show up here tonight.
Lindy Lockwood will serve for the Annies. It's off of the ground. Two serving four. Stewart got a piece of it back row. Carbonell leaves it in the back row, and Overstreet knocks it into the net. It will be 4-3 as the Annies are back within one. Red Lake College can save you thousands on your college education. See how and apply online at rlc.edu. They sponsor the stream meet on WMIXsports.com. So glad to have them a part. In the back row, off of the serve, it'll be Overstreet to the near side for Owens. Gets it across to Beckmeyer in the back row. Now near side, it'll be Brandon. Blocked the net. Good job up front by McGowan and Owens to give the Lady Rams an easy kill. It's 5-3.
McGowan got the block and the kill that time. Hit her. She blocked it back down.
So we'll have a quiet Max Morris tonight. As off of the ground will come the McGowan serve. In the back row, it'll be Beckmeyer up front. To the far side for Schwartz. That'll be a great kill. Snuck it inside the far corner to Evelyn Snyder. The Annies keep it to a 1-point set here, 5-4. WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by Ford Square, literally. 1501 Broadway in Mount Vernon, online at FordSquare.com. Find them on Facebook. Beckmeyer with the serve, finds her counterpart at libero in the back row. Stewart to Carbonell, back to Stewart. Hit. Yep, I was going to say that's going to be a lift call just beyond the attack line on the Annies. It'll be 6-4.
That ball stuck like glue. Had a thud to it. That was an easy call even for us up here in the booth.
Rachel Kirsch will serve, and that one had some dip to it as it snuck through the back row and somehow managed to find the wrists of the libero for the Annies. 7-4. Went right out the back. It went as fast as it came. Something like that. 7-4 on the serve. It'll be Brandon looking to go back to the far side. Good play by Holscher. Try to sneak it in the near end sideline. It gives the Lady Rams a point as it goes wide. It's 8-4. So 8-4 Lady Rams in the first set of this regional semi as Kirsch continues to serve. This time, no communication by the Annies to be on the attack line. It's both Brandon and Beckmeyer give chase. They knock heads. It'll be 9-4 Lady Rams.
Good start for Mount Vernon, serving very well here early on out of the gate.
Beauty First Bank of the Heartland is the official voice of the Lady Rams. 9-4 for Kirsch into the back row, Beckmeyer. Schwartz to the far side for Holscher. Almost had the kill, but right there, right place, right time was Overstreet to the near side for Owens and Carbonero. That's going to be wide to the right. It's 9-5 and back within 4 of the Annies looking to make a comeback here. It's rotation time. While we have a rotation, I'll remind you that your community, your choice, your bank, with 5 locations and friends and neighbors on staff who understand your needs, Beauty First Bank keeps it simple. Welcome back to Personal Banking, member FDIC. Bethany Coffey on the serve. The center will knock it into the back row for Stewart. Up front, Carbonell leaves it near side for Owens. Missed time to jump and then tried to do something with the hit the last minute, but it goes into the net. It's 9-6, and he's back with a 3.
Got up and was coming down and tried to time her body right. Just wasn't meant to be. Got up and he jumped too soon.
Jump serve. No pun intended for Coffey. As the Lady Rams got the return, Coffey's going to step to the far side. He's going to get it. It's going to be Holster into the far corner for Stewart. Now front row, Carbonell leaves it down the middle for Whitney Jones. And Whitney Jones, who's fresh into the match, leaves a kill inside the near sideline. It's 10-6. Lady Rams are back up.
Mount Vernon's doing a lot better job here early on. A lot better pass communicating.
There we go. I had to get the volleyball. Of course, Second Chance Auto, another great Rams and Lady Rams sponsor. There's a reason they have been around for 33 years. They offer the largest selection in one location. No fancy sales gimmicks, no pressure, just honest deals on great vehicles at Second Chance Auto. Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Good save by the Annies on the far side off the Lady Rams serve. Back row, it's Beckmeyer. Kirsch up front, Carbonell, far side. Centers it now for Jones. Blocks the net. Good play by Kessler. It'll be up to the Annies. They got it over somehow to block the net. Near side, Kessler looking to set it up. It'll be Beckmeyer. Great play by Coffey to keep it in play. It'll be up to Holscher this time. Over the back. It'll go into the back row. Lady Rams. Kirsch left it for Carbonell. Now centered for Jones. Looks like it might have been, nope, not tipped. It'd be out of bounds long. Annies are back within 3, 7-10. It'll be Evelyn Snyder to serve for the Annies. Into the back row. Owens up front, Carbonell. It's going to go back for a free ball. Owens knocks it across. To Trice, a miscommunication there. Off of the far side, that's Keefe. Keefe able to get the kill. A little lax that time with the Lady Rams defense. And it's 8-10 to Trice within 2.
Well, that time Mount Vernon got caught flat-footed. I don't think they thought Centralia could get it back over, and they did.
Snyder continues to serve. Lob that over the back, over the attack line, should say, into the back row. It'll be up to Kirsch to get it across. Snyder up front. Coffey past the line. Going to send it back to the far side. Good play, Keith. That's Kirsch. Now the Lady Rams look for a return. That is going to be from Whitney Jones. Back row for Snyder. Now it's going to be Coffey on the near side for Holscher down the middle. And that one's going to be long. It'll be 11-8. Lady Rams are back up 3. Scoreboard update tonight presented by Tony Wiltshire, State Farm agent of Mount Vernon. Saw the State Farm Jeep, the white one, twice today on the same trip. Of course, you can find him on the corner of 42nd South Water Tower or worldwide at TonyWilt.com. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. What transpired on this particular play, Lady Rams were able to get it across the net, up 3 on the serve. Annie's going to find a return from the near corner. It's now 12-8. And there you go. Unforced error into the net on the serve will make it 9-12 as the Annies will regain control. And trail by only 3 here in this first set of the regional semifinal from Max Morris Gym in West Frankfort. It'll be Holster on the serve, just cleared the top of the net court for Kirsch. Back to the far side for Kester, and that one looks like it just snuck in, and it does. They have line judges here for the regional level and beyond. It's in. It's a point for the Lady Rams, 13-9.
Yeah, they have the little red flags like they do at the college level on the lines and in or out, and they're there to watch as well, help everybody out.
Carbonaro on the serve in the back row, Beckmeyer. Coffee leaves it for the near side. Good play by the Annies. And now Lady Rams find a return of their own from McGowan. Out of the corner, Snyder. Coffee's going to send Zakif on the far side. Just snuck in the back. Not much the Owens could do there, going to her right, just near the baseline. And it's going to be 13, make that 10-13, as the Annies keep the serve here. Or regain the serve. Either way, it'll be 10 serving 13 here in the first set. Sophomore Evelyn Snyder will serve. Into the back row, Stewart up front is Carbonaro, now to the near side. I like this perspective, actually, from volleyball. As Lady Rams had it blocked from that. Carbonaro near side for Kester. Blocked again. It'll be Kester to pick it up. Finds Carbonaro. Far side, they're going to try this time for Kirsch. An opportune play up front, saved by Beckmeyer in the back row, and somehow the Annies got it over the net. I don't know how, but it'll be McGowan off of the centered pass from Carbonaro, but that's long. It's 11-13.
Mount Vernon's wobbling right now. It's a sloppy play. Not communicating. A lot of Lady Rams in one spot on the floor. They need to get back to what they were doing. 11-13. The Annies trying to mount a comeback here in the first set. It'll be a serve from Reagan Schwartz. Nice dive from Stewart up front. He floated over the top. Good play by Carbonaro. Saved by Brandon. Schwartz got it across. It'll be Carbonaro into the back row. Free ball coming from Alexis Stewart. Schwartz trying to come near side. There's Katie Brandon. The lefty's blocked the net by Kester. Kester gets the kill, and it's 14-11 Lady Rams. Big and on. This is going to be a tight one all the way through. Mount Vernon seems to have regained their footing a little bit.
That was one good play. Make your own great play when you open a Community First Bank free high-yield checking account that earns cash back. Just ask for one. Remember FDIC. 14-11 on the serve from Overstreet. Coming to the near side. Ooh, there it is from Keith. Almost blocked. Stewart set it up front. Good play by Kirsch, but it's blocked by the Annies. Now it's going to be up to Carbonaro, far side. Trying to leave it for Overstreet. Gets it across miraculously. Schwartz trying to set something up. Here it'll come right down the middle from Hutton. Up front, Carbonaro. Back to the near side. It'll be Owens over the top. Nobody to get there. Good try in the back row by Snyder. Can't come up with it. And the Lady Rams are up 4, 15-11.
How about that? A lot of play here by the Lady Rams. A lot of communication, a lot of spunk, a lot of energy. Haven't seen that in a while over the last 2 weeks of the regular season.
Trying to extend this 2013 high school volleyball season. Overstreet with the serve on the far side. That was a good save by the Annies. That was Brandon. Now let's see what happens. This will be out of bounds, the point. And, of course, the ball disappears down to the press edge. This is 16-11. Is that what that is? Well, we found that out abruptly tonight. 16-11, Overstreet on the serve. Lady Rams are up 5. Serve comes off to the near side. Beckmeyer. Schwartz tried to push it across, but had to turn her body to get it done. It couldn't get it done. It's 17-11 Lady Rams. Angie Edson wants a timeout, presented by the Medicine Shop Pharmacy, 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon. Dr. Eric Black and staff proud to support the Rams, Lady Rams, and the local community. That's the Medicine Shop of Mount Vernon at 2339 Broadway. It's 17-11 in the first set of this regional semifinal. Lady Rams have let the Annies back in, down only 2, but now back up 6 on a nice little run. Probably an opportune time for Centralia to take the timeout.
Well, they need to get something done to kind of stop the momentum, and right now, the good thing is Mount Vernon, with this 6-point lead, need to keep it going to get out of this first set with a win.
We told you Woodlawn beat Oaten tonight, 25-7, 25-3. That was at the Sandoval 1A regional. Sandoval taking on Christ Our Rock Lutheran at the moment. Of course, Benton beat West Frankfort here, 25-12, 25-12. At SB tonight, Pinckneyville swept, I should say, the SVW Devils, 25-16, 25-19. 17-11 here. Lady Rams on top, trying to hang on. Good block to the net. As the Lady Rams were able to block for a point, Centralia couldn't recover. That scoreboard update was presented by Tony Wilt, State Farm Insurance, for all of your insurance financial service needs. See Tony Wilt, Mount Vernon, online at TonyWilt.com, or look for the white State Farm Jeep in the parking lot. We're on the Twitterverse at WMIX Sports. Don't forget we're on Facebook. Plenty more scores to find on Twitter. Lady Rams looking for something on the near side. Hannah Owens. That was a tough reactionary play by Evelyn Snyder. It would have been a free ball, but it just missed to the right of the antenna out of bounds. 19-11, Lady Rams up 8.
Mount Vernon pulling away right now. 6-0 run.
19-11, Overstreet on the serve. That was tough from Snyder. It's going to be Reagan Schwartz leaving it to the far side for Katie Brandon. That one hit the top of the net cord. It snuck out of bounds outside the antenna. And it's 2011, and Angie Edson wants another timeout. It's presented by the Medicine Shop Pharmacy, 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon. Of course, Dr. Eric Black and staff at the Medicine Shop proud to support the local community as well as the Rams and the Lady Rams Athletics. We're on the Twitterverse. We told you at WMIX Sports. I see a lot of useful information floating around on the Twitterverse. Some not so useful. That's not our fault. We can't help that. Can't please everybody.
That's for sure. We found that out tonight already.
That we did. Pretty much.
Now it's 20-11. And if you're in Mount Vernon, you got to put the end of this first set, not let Centralia wiggle their way back into things.
20-11, first set of this regional semifinal matchup. Madeline Overstreet will have the service out the timeout. Lady Rams volleyball, of course, presented by Community First Bank in the Heartland. Your community, your choice, your bank. With friends and neighbors on staff who understand your needs, Community First Bank keeps it simple. Welcome back to Personal Banking, member FDIC. Simple H from Overstreet. Snuck it past the Annie back row, and it's 21-11. Lady Rams have their largest lead. Largest lead by far. Overstreet trying to keep it going. In the back row it went. Good reaction from Hoyt. It'll go up front. That was Keith getting it across. It'll be left down the middle, and Lady Rams has some issues as McGowan's spike was blocked. Kirsch tried to come up to get it, but couldn't get there in time, and the Annies get a bit of a break. It's 12-21 now. They're back within 9. Lindy Lockwood, the senior, will get a chance to serve. It's Stewart, Overstreet, Owens, Carbonero, Kirsch, and McGowan for the Lady Rams. There is Overstreet up front. Carbonero leaves it for McGowan. Back row for the Annies. That was Lockwood. It's going to come near side to the lefty, Brandon. Good pickup by Stewart. Back row, far side. They're going to leave it for Kirsch. It was a beautiful setup from Hannah Carbonero, but it goes into the net. It's 13-21. Annie's trying to come back out of the timeout.
Not quite set where anybody could do anything with it on both attempts from Mount Vernon that time.
13-21. Lockwood will continue to serve. Over the net, down the middle, in the back row. Stewart up front. Carbo going to leave it to the near side. Ooh, a nice play from Hannah Owen. Got the kill. Got it just inside the arc on the Northland College floor, and it's going to be 22-13. Painted on College three-point line. It'll be McGowan on the serve. Ooh, a bit of trouble from the Annies in the back row. Trying to get it up front. Good play. Good free ball that time from Brandon. Carbonero's going to leave it near side. This will be Hannah Owens. Floated over the top. Good reaction from Snyder. Couldn't do much with it. And it'll be 23-13. The Lady Rams with a 10-point lead again.
Vernon looking to cruise in this first set.
If you're looking for an award to recognize an individual, team, or other accomplishment, check out Winning Edge's fashionable line of plaques, trophies, medallions, glass, and acrylics. Visit winningedgeusa.com. Annies get the return from Schwartz on the McGowan serve. McGowan up front. Carbonero back to McGowan in the back row. Snuck it over. There is Beckmeyer. Schwartz to the far side. Snyder is going to have it into the net. It'll quickly be set point here, 24-13.
How about Mount Vernon? They've come out guns a-blazing here, playing with a renewed energy and fervor that we haven't seen since probably late August, middle of September.
No doubt. Set point. Good play from McGowan up front. Schwartz going to leave it to the near side. Hutton's going to have it blocked. It was all clear. Owens knocked it over. So Snyder's going to send it far, and it's going to be 25-13, your final here in the first set. We're live in the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by Ford Square, 1501 Broadway in Mount Vernon, online at FordSquare.com. Find them on Facebook. We'll take a break, come back with set number 2, 25-13, your final in set 1. We'll see if the Lady Rams can get the sweep here tonight. This is Confident Volleyball, powered by Community First Bank.
Your spine is a miracle of engineering, so when pain strikes, your body is telling you to get help fast. The Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois is proud to feature their spine care team. Doctors Kowalski and Smith, the professionals at Orthopedic Center, specialize in back and neck pain. So put our spine care team on the job. Find out more online at orthocenter-si.com. Stop the pain, fix the problem, and enjoy life again. The Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois.
The tradition of fine vehicles and great service continues at Second Chance Auto. They've been providing quality cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs for families like yours for over 33 years, and many are priced under $10,000. Plus, most have a 3-month or 3,000-mile warranty. Bank rate financing available with instant approval. No gimmicks, no pressure, just honest deals on great vehicles from your friends and neighbors at Second Chance Auto, living and contributing back to the community they serve. Located on Route 142 East in Mount Vernon, call 244-4582.
Expensive to get back into shape? Not anymore. Rend Lake College's new fitness center is only $53 per semester. They've also thought of everything with universal machines, free weights, treadmills with dedicated TV screens, ellipticals, and more. Qualified dance instructors are also available. Or go at your own pace with DVDs that can be used in the exercise room. Best of all, it's open 7 days a week. Check out the Rend Lake College Fitness Center in the Marketplace off Potomac Boulevard in Mount Vernon. Or log on to rendlakecollege.edu/fit center.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Now is a great time to move your account to Community First Bank. With our new One account offering the highest interest rate in the market, free checking, and CD specials delivered by people you know and trust, why would you not bank with the market leader in Jefferson County? We offer 5 locations with 7 ATMs and have been serving the Jefferson County market since 1906. Stop in and see why our bank is the fastest growing bank in Jefferson County. Community First Bank. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC.
Streaming worldwide at WMIXsports.com. This is Lady Rams Volleyball from WMIX Sports.
And we welcome you back on WMIX and WMIXsports.com. This is WMIX Mount Vernon, a free service from Withers Broadcasting. It is the bottom of the 7 o'clock hour here in the Central Time Zone. So glad you could join us. Lady Rams win the first set of this regional semifinal, 25-13. Over the Centralia Annies. Volleyball action will resume with Set 2 here in just a moment. Set 2 will be presented by Community First Bank of the Heartland. You can always bank on your hometown team. Community First Bank, home of the One account, featuring free checking and high-yield interest. Of course, the video that will return this week on WMIXsports.com is powered by Rend Lake College. Saving you thousands on your college education. Log on to rlc.edu to find out how and also to apply online right now.
One set. Can Mount Vernon play and shut down Centralia and stop this losing streak?
A win, and they're back here Thursday against the Benton Rangerettes. A loss. Wow. 3T. I should have had that soda.
No, you shouldn't.
You're right. It's a long streak. We'll keep it going. A loss ends the season at 15-14. Lady Rams can do no worse than their season being above 500. It'll be Reagan Schwartz to serve for the Annies as they go right to left. Lady Rams will go left to right. She's finally a senior. That's hard to believe. One of those girls that feels like she's been around a while in both softball and volleyball. Far side for the Lady Rams trying to get the return. And that's one of those. The leap was missed time. The hand got lost. That's going to be an easy point for the Annies, 1-0.
Swing and a miss.
As PA guy Scott Gamber would say at J.D. Shields Memorial Stadium, strike one. Schwartz on the serve. It's down the middle to Stewart. Up front, Carbonero's going to leave it for Kester. Snuck it far side. There it goes. It'll go down to the press entrance. We're tied at 1.
The garden entry.
West Frankfort, of course, hosting yet another postseason event as they have this spacious Max Morris Gymnasium called the Supreme Court. This is their first 3A regional tournament. As the 1-1 serve is going to be left on the far side for Owen. She's going to try to set up. Nope, it's going to be set up to McGowan. Plinkoed around up front. Centralia down to a final try. It'll come from Schwartz. Hits the top of the net court. McGowan back to the near side. Kirsch going to leave for Stewart. Blocked up front will be McGowan again. This time Carbonero going to set up McGowan on the near side. Able to clear. Got away with the football. And let's see what happens back on the near side. Ooh, good play by Keefe. It'll be Stewart calling off Overstreet with Carbonell to the far side for Owens. There's Beckmeyer up front, Schwartz. Brandon lefty on a free ball. Hit it where they ain't. It's 2-1 Annie. That's the key to the game, I think, or magic.
Yeah.
They ain't.
Sloppiness. Got to keep away from the sloppiness.
2-1. Annie's on top. This will be Lindy Lockwood with the serve. And he's trying to preserve the lead and let it blossom a little bit. Up front, it's going to be Carbonaro. Back to the far side, Owens. Good play by Snyder. Snyder and Schwartz have an amazing thing going there on alliteration alley. And nobody can get there for the third hit to get over the net. So a major error that time by the Annies will tie it at 2. Eek. McGowan on the serve to the near side. Schwartz over the far side for Lockwood. I'm not sure what happened there. Ended up in an Annie return. Now the Lady Rams have blocked the net. It'll be Owens floating it over the top to Schwartz on the attack line. Brandon back to the near side. Hutton floating it over the front row. Good save there by Hannah Owens on the dig. Now it's up to the Annies. What happened here? I did not see what had happened. A lift will be the call. And it's 3-2 Lady Rams.
Well, catch with the glove.
Second Chance Auto, a great sponsor of Rams and Lady Rams Athletics. There's a reason they've been around for over 33 years. No pressure, no fancy sales gimmicks, just honest deals on great vehicles with bank rate financing available for all. Second Chance Auto, Route 142 East in Mount Vernon.
Well, Mount Vernon gets the ace there. Centralia could not return it. Now the Rams up 4-2.
McAllen's been successful on the service. Let's see what she can do on the partial jump serve. It's to Brandon back row. Schwartz to the far side for Hutton. There's McGowan in the back. Near side it'll go. Kirsch to the back for Overstreet. Let's see what happens. Lockwood. Schwartz up front. Now to the near side. That'll be Snyder in the back for Overstreet. Lady Rams looking for something here. It'll be a free ball. Good job by McGowan. Schwartz. They'll leave it up front for Hutton. Back to McGowan. Here come the Lady Rams. I was going to say that's the violation there. Well over the line with Hannah Carbonaro. Unintended, of course. It's 4-3.
Couldn't quite put the brakes on to get the stop.
She was headed full speed and ended up over. Not much you can do there when you're hustling that hard. Carbonaro to the far side for Hannah Owens. Nice play there. That's going to set up an easy kill. Not much Lockwood could do out of the back, and the Lady Rams back up 2. It's 5-3. This is all powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland with 5 Jefferson County branches and responsive quality service for all of your accounts. Community First Bank would like to be the first to say, welcome back to personal banking, member FDIC. Serve will come from Kirsch. Now to the back row. The Annies trying to make it happen. That was Beckmeyer. Far side will be Hannah Owens from Hannah Carbonaro. Long half circle on this Northland College floor where they play men's basketball. 5-4. The half circle we clamor for quite frequently when doing the high school basketball games. They're getting ready to happen here in November on WMIX AM and FM. We'll take you all the way through what we hope will be March. Coffee on the serve. Past the attack line. Good play over. Street up front. Carbonaro leaves it for Kirsch. That one wasn't blocked. There was going to be nothing the Lady Rams could do there. That was just below the top of the net court. Came back. Point Annie tied at 5.
Mount Vernon kind of going through their usual thing. Quick start, then they slow down, and then what happens?
We're tied at 5. Good dig by Overstreet just beyond the attack line. Now, Hannah Owens pushed it over on a free ball. Ulster going to leave it near side, and that's going to be long. Centralia wants a tip, but they are going to get it. It must have been way up front on the tip. It had to be right at the net. It's going to be 6-5 Annie. They give the point to the Lady Rams on the scoreboard.
Well, they've been doing that all night. They're saying Centralia is the home team. Why, I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah, I noticed that a while ago.
All right, then. Must have just went with it earlier, not even noticed. This Ulster up front is going to get the kill, plinking it off the front row for the Lady Rams. So it is 7-5 Annies. We did have to score right here.
Yeah, 7-5 Centralia. They have put Centralia as the home team. I don't know if something's been changed or what.
Usually go by seed. Maybe not. Back row, it's going to be Alexis Stewart, who snuck it through the front row. Good play, Lockwood. Coffee now back to the near side. Snyder, good job tiptoeing up front. But it's into the net, and the Lady Rams are back in this one, 6-7.
Don't really know what's going on because that's the visitors' bench for basketball games that Centralia is sitting on. But they're still considered the home team. It's an interesting thing.
It'll be Hannah Owens on the serve. Annie's looking for the return. That'll be up to Beckmeyer. Good job there. Beckmeyer, pardon me. Not the Clinton County community, just Beckmeyer. As nobody saw it. How do you not see it? You have 4 officials here. Nobody called it.
Nobody saw it. We're going to have jump ball. Pay attention.
So we'll have a redo. It's 7-6. Annie's on top. Streaming is powered by Red Lake College. They offer over 100 degree and certificate programs for thousands less. See which is right for you with full descriptions at rlc.edu and apply online while you're there. 6-7 is the serve. Lady Rams down a point. Anna Owens. It's going to be straight to Beckmeyer in the back. Up front, it's going to be Holster, who has a nice kill and a great spike. Heavy velocity there.
No, they set her up right in the middle there. I mean, it was pretty obvious where they were going with it, and Mount Vernon just kind of backed off, and she had a clear view of where she wanted to put it.
Should be 8-6. 7-7 is what's on the scoreboard.
Yeah.
Can't be guessed 1 second, and then... regardless, we can tell you that if you're tired of big corporate banking, you have a choice in Jefferson County. Community First Bank is at home in Dixon and Woodlawn and Mount Vernon. Welcome back to Personal Banking, member FDIC.
Centralia's been the home team the whole night on the scoreboard. And the referee's trying to argue with Centralia that, no, you're not, but, yeah, they are. And the scores table's pointing toward Mount Vernon like they should have the point, which they shouldn't. It should be 8-6. But now they're saying Mount Vernon gets it for some unknown reason.
Did the officials not clearly designate that the point went to the Annies?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm not crazy.
No, it's some silly things going on here tonight.
It'll be Hannah Owens to serve. Tied at 7 in the second set. Lady Rams took the first set if you're just joining us. 25-13. Coffey's going to set up down the middle. That's going to be for Holster. It comes back on the Lady Rams side. That was a good joust up front. Centralia will get the point up 8-7.
And they're a home team. Yeah, now they check. Scoreboard's right. I was right. Don't ask me, even though you guys always should. And there we go.
Well, a little bit of retribution, I guess, as the serve from the Annies will go right into the net. It's 8-8. So 8-8, all square here in set number 2. Let's see what happens here with Alexis Stewart on the serve into the net. 9-8, Annie's back on top here.
Mount Vernon's only served the ball 3 times, only 1 point, trailing, as you said, 9-8.
You'll have that. It'll be Holster on the serve for the Annies. Up 9-8, it's going to be Carbonell. Near side, Molly Kessler has it blocked. Good free ball there. Well, not a free ball, didn't cross the net, but Lady Rams do get the return for Carbonell via McGowan. Coffey looking to set up, and a great play by Rihanna Hutton. Sneaks it in the far corner. It's going to be 10-8 Annies.
Seen this story before. Mount Vernon gets out such a quick start, and then the other team starts to find their way, and that's what Centralia is doing right now.
Annie's looking for a rematch with the Benton Rangerettes here on Thursday night. That's Halloween. As we're going to have points go to the Lady Rams. They're going to say 2 hits. It wasn't a blocked shot. It wasn't even a play at the net. Just Centralia knocked it around twice. Same Annie, I should say. And it's going to be 9-10 as the Lady Rams get the serve with the 1-point disadvantage. Carbonell on the serve, then see the Annie return. Looked like Snyder. It's going to be Carbonell back to the near side for Kirsch. Floated over the top. Picked up by Goodeel. Down the near side is going to be Keith sitting it long, and that'll tie it up at 10. There you go.
All even Stevens. First one to 25 or more.
Side at 10 with Hannah Carbonell in the back row. That's Snyder. Centered for Coffey. Back to the near side. Hutton, who's been very effective tonight from the back row. Gives the Annies an 11-10 lead here in the second set. Had some scores from around the region tonight. We'll get those to you in just a moment. Woodlawn, I believe, a big winner against Odin at the Sandoval Regional.
25-7, 25-3.
Weber saw their season come to a close last night at Clay City against Grayville, and that's going to be a line violation on the Lady Rams. I'd like this to go a lot better. It's going to be 12-10 Annies.
We don't get this view a lot.
Well, appreciate our friends from Sister Station 1300, the fan, unknowingly letting us sit in their booth. Kind of unwritten company policy. Just has another state company logo on it. They're not using it. They okay. 12-10 the score. Annie's on top trying to keep the point. That should be 2 hits, but that's not going to matter. They're going to call a lift. Either way, there's a violation there at the circle up front for the Annies. They're only up 1 now, 12-11, as Lady Rams will have to serve 11-12. The WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by King City Chrysler. Home of the express lane, faster oil changes, and more. No appointment necessary as the Annies can't come up with a return on the Overstreet serve. Things are tied at 12 here in the second set. Lady Rams took the first set 25-13. This one has a much different feel.
Yeah, you feel like both teams are in this one for the long haul.
Snyder on the return. That was a good play.
Yep.
It's going to be a lift, however. Schwartz had the right idea, trying to rescue it from going into the net, sending it back to the back row for a free ball. Instead, they call the lift. It's 13-12. Lady Rams on top, looking to sneak some points away here. Snyder in the back row. Schwartz going to give it a try. It'll be up to Brannon. Into the back row to go for Overstreet. Let's see Carbonaro. Where she goes? She goes center. That's going to be McGowan. Good play by Snyder. Schwartz going to push it across into the far corner. Make that near corner for Stewart. Carbonaro sends it to Overstreet. Over to the far side. Beckmeyer, the libero, picks it up. Schwartz going to set up. That'll be Hutton. And that's going to be through the fingertipsies of Overstreet. Gave it a heck of a try. Couldn't come up with it. We're tied at 13.
Back and forth. Yonder we go.
If you're looking for an award to recognize an individual, team, or other accomplishment, check out Winning Edge's fashionable line of plaques, trophies, medallions, glass, and acrylics. Visit winningedgeusa.com. That's Winning Edge, serving all of Southern Illinois. Tied at 13. Annie's looking for a return. Near side, that's going to be Snyder. A great play off of the knuckles of Overstreet. Gave it a great try. Lady Rams going to help her out. It's 14-13. Annie's back on top of this seesaw. Now a timeout. This timeout is presented by the Medicine Shop Pharmacy, proud to sponsor the Lady Rams yet again. Dr. Eric Black and staff support the local community and wish the Lady Rams the very best this season. It's 14-13 in the second set here, as the Lady Rams are going to try to rally to beat the Annies in straight sets, winning the first set 25-13. A lot going on around the area.
Well, Benton, of course, won the night here twice, 25-12 and 25-12 over the host Redbirds. And then, as we said, Woodlawn beat Odin 25-7, 25-3. We know Pinckneyville beat SVW tonight at the Sessman-Miller Waltonville Regional. So things winding down in week one of volleyball as the state tournament starts just a couple of weeks away.
Scoreboard updates all season long, presented by Tony Wilton, State Farm Insurance. Tony'd love to help your family with their insurance needs. Find him in his office, stop by, give him a call, or log on to TonyWilton.com. You can always look for the white State Farm Jeep around town and get to a better state with State Farm. The ball was resting comfortably under the basket on the Lady Rams side. They go left to right. The Annies, who have the serve, up 14-13, go right to left from our perspective. That was Lockwood on the serve. Carbonaro up front managed to somehow stay inside the line. Owens was blocking the net. It will be up to Stewart. Good play by Lockwood. Schwartz to the far side. The lefty Brandon gives him fit. She knocks it between the towers up front. It's 15-13 Centralia.
Always that lefty that gives people fits because you don't see it all the time. Mount Vernon was blocking as if she was a righty that time. Lockwood on the serve. Back row, Overstreet. Carbonaro to be Overstreet on the free ball. It will be long. It will be 16-13. Yeah, that's the biggest lead of the match. Of the set so far, I should say, 3 points.
There we go. Lockwood on the serve. Overstreet up front. Carbonaro far side beyond the line. Good play by McGowan. Gets the kill. Nobody can get there in time at the attack line for the Annies right down the middle. It's 16-14. Make it 14-16. Lady Rams with the serve.
I'd like to see the Rams storm back here.
See if Kirsten McGowan can rattle off some service points. It'll be into the back row for Linder. That is Beckmeyer. Near side for Snyder. Whitney Jones back in. Is going to give it to Carbonaro, who sets up Hannah Owens nicely. But darn the luck, there was Lockwood in the back row. Now Brandon on the left. He's going to thread the needle there between Kirsch and Hannah Carbonaro. Kirsch was in front of the attack line. Of course, Carbonaro was behind it and just kind of snuck it to where they weren't. It's 17-14 Centralia. That's a good play.
Too close. Right now, Centralia had a lot of momentum here in the second set.
Beckmeyer on the serve. Into the back row it'll go. Stewart Carbonaro back to Stewart. Inside the near corner, that's going to be Lockwood. Schwartz up front. Good play there by Snyder. Good dive by Owens. That'll be Rachel Kirsch centering it across the net. Lockwood up front. Schwartz. Now near side for Holster, and Holster's going to pick up the kill, 18-14.
A lot of standing right now defensively for the Lady Rams, leaving those gaps around the net. Centralia taking advantage right now.
Beckmeyer will continue the serve up 4. It's 18-14. Second set. Lady Rams took the first set. Centralia trying to force another. It'll be Overstreet onto the far side. There is Beckmeyer. Schwartz going to center it. Nice play from Holster. It's Overstreet. Carbonell, far side. Owens pushing it across. Good save by Beckmeyer. Up front, Schwartz going for Holster again. Here comes the spike. There it is. But that won't matter. Either way, it was going to be a kill, but it's a violation on the Lady Rams. And of all things that don't matter at this point, it's 19-14.
Yeah, things are unraveling here from Mount Vernon the second set.
Carbonell off of the serve, looking for the turn. Ooh, good job. She set up Rachel Kirsch, gets it off the top of the net court, gets a nice redirect. Nothing the Annies can do with it as they tip it out. It'll be 15-19 with Lady Rams. Is the Cardinals taking off yet, or are they still around?
They're still trying to get on a plane to head to Boston. They've been grounded for 7 hours now.
Woof. Serve from Rachel Kirsch. There's the lady who can volley off some points. We'll see what happens. Lady Rams off of the Annie return, looking far side this time for Hannah Owens. She'll push it over. Beckmeyer, far side Schwartz. Ooh, not much Holster could do, but it's deflected up front by the Lady Rams. Can't get the tip. It'll be 20-15. Annies will continue to serve. With 5 Jefferson County branches and responsive quality service for all of your accounts, Community First Bank would like to be the first to say, welcome back to personal banking. Remember, FDIC, here comes the serve for Bethany Coffey. Into the back row, Overstreet. Lady Rams looking for something. Carbonell, Hannah Owens. Blocks the net. Give a lot of credit to Justine Gadil and I was thinking Holscher to give the Annies a 21-15 lead. They're looking for that third set. They're looking for a date with the Benton Rangerettes, as are the Lady Rams. Who can win this match? And the Lady Rams going to do a nice job over the back. That time from the front row, give a lot of credit to Hannah Carbonero to make it 16-21.
Well, it's go time here in Mount Vernon. You run out of opportunities here in this second set.
Owens will serve down 16-21. Off of the ground, a lot of velocity to it. Annies finally get the return. That was looked like Snyder. From the far side, there's Kester blocks the net. What's the call going to be? The call is going to be 4 hits on the Lady Rams. Looks like it was blocked that time, however, which would reset the count.
Kind of what I was thinking, but
22-16 Annie. Serve will come from Evelyn Snyder. Into the back row it'll go. Kirsch up front, Carbonero. Leaves it for Jones. Rattled the fingers up front. Let's see what the Annies could do. Into the net. We're trying to go for the kill. And just an unforced error there to make it 17-22 and give the Lady Rams some hope. Alexis Stewart will take over. Trailing by 5, 17-22 in the second set. Back row, it's Snyder. Up front, Coffey. Pushes it back far side for Holster. Lady Rams were expected to go front when it came back, and it's 23-17, Annie.
It's like a whole different team. It's like Mount Vernon won that first set. Okay, let down, relax, not the communication, not the energy, not the fervor we saw in the first set.
Kaylee Holster on the serve for the Annies. Up front, down to the back. Carbonero back to Kirsch. Snyder near side. Gets some help from Coffey. Up front, good play by Hutton, but it's long. It's 23-18. Lady Rams are down 5, but they will have the service. Second Chance Auto, one of our great sponsors. There's a reason they've been around for over 33 years. They offer the largest selection in one location and bank rate financing for all. See for yourself at Second Chance Auto, Route 142 East. As the Lady Rams got the serve off, Annies were looking for the return. They come near side on the setup, but it's pushed long past the far corner. So Hannah Carbonero gets another service point. Lady Rams down 4, 19-23. Carbonero's serve picked up by Snyder. Far side, they're going to go with it. That's going to be tough. Outside the antenna, it's Centralia. Showing signs of fading here. It's timeout, Angie Edson. It's going to be 20-23. Timeouts presented by the Medicine Shop Pharmacy, which I will have to double-check because of the score now. It's 23-39 Broadway in Mount Vernon. Of course, proud to support the Rams and Lady Rams. Dr. Eric Black and staff at the Medicine Shop in Mount Vernon. What a comeback thus far here in the second set.
Well, it's not all the way done. It's not completed, but right now Mount Vernon battling here, trying to get back into this set. They've rattled off 2 points in a row here. They need about 5 more to take this one and go home to a regional final again.
Should it be a Lady Ram win? We're back here on Thursday night, 6:45, your pre-match. 7 o'clock, your serve-off, I guess you could say. As the Lady Rams have battled the Benton Rangerettes. Of course, a lot to be done here. Down 3 in the second set. They won the first set 25-13. And he's trying to force the third. Carbonaro off of the ground to the back row. Beckmeyer up front. Coffey's going to leave it near side for Hutton. Got the friendly help of the net cord. It'll be 24-20 Annies and into set point. Game point.
Another 3-set match coming from the Rams and the Annies, more than likely.
Reagan Schwartz will serve for Centralia up 24-20 and try to send it to a third set. Here comes off of the ground. Loaded over the top. Picked up McGowan to Carbonaro near side for catcher into the net. That's where we're headed. So 25-13. Lady Rams take the first set. They fall in the second, 20-25. We'll come back and tell you about set number 3 in just a moment. We'll take a break. This one continues from Max Morris Gymnasium. This is Lady Rams Volleyball from WMIX Sports.
I'm meteorologist John Feark. Look at your next rad weather. Mostly cloudy for tonight. A couple of showers around. Temperatures nearly steady. For tomorrow, mostly cloudy, warmer and humid. A couple of showers around. The high 74. Tomorrow night, warm with periods of rain. The low 62. Then Thursday, rain, some of it heavy, even a thunderstorm. Winds can gust past 40 miles per hour. The high Thursday up to 72. Next rad weather from WMIX, Mount Vernon, Illinois.
High school sports are back, and your source for scores is WMIXsports.com. Also, find archived local sports broadcasts, video highlights, national sports headlines, and more right at your fingertips. Listen and watch live WMIX sports broadcasts from your desktop or any mobile device. Need a score? Want to see a sick dunk? Miss a game? Didn't get up in time for the Saturday sports show? That's right, it's all at WMIXsports.com. Another free service from Withers Broadcasting. WMIXsports.com.
Lake College and Southeastern Illinois College are teaming up to provide safe lane training for Southern Illinois. Safe lane training is for professionals in the oil and natural gas industry. RLC and SIC are offering this 8-hour safe lane course for only $95. Classes will be offered in Carmine, Harrisburg, Ina, McLeansboro, and Wayne City to start. Call 618-437-5321, extension 5804 for more information on safe lane training from Wren Lake College and Southeastern Illinois College.
Hi, this is Joe Davy Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Now is a great time to move your account to Community First Bank. With our new One account offering the highest interest rate in the market, free checking, and CD specials delivered by people you know and trust, why would you not bank with the market leader in Jefferson County? We offer 5 locations with 7 ATMs and have been serving the Jefferson County market since 1906. Stop in and see why our bank is the fastest growing bank in Jefferson County. Community First Bank. Welcome back to personal banking. Member FDIC.
Watch the Lady Rams online at WMIXsports.com. Powered by Wren Lake College.
Well, video took the night off tonight at WMIXsports.com. We hope to have it back on Thursday. But we head to a third set for Max Morris Gymnasium in West Frankfort. Here in our IHSA Class 3A Regional Semifinal, the Lady Rams won the first set 25-13. The Annies won the second volleyball set 25-20. So here we go with set 3. They switched sides. I believe there's a coin flip to decide who kept which or who did what or legalities involved. Who knows? But either way, the Lady Rams will go right to left. The Annies will go left to right. With Danny Czerwinski, I'm Chris Hugo. Holly Carroll is back at our Mount Vernon studio. We'll see what happens. Let one get away, you kind of feel like.
You feel like you let Centralia back in. And it's kind of been the epitome of a season, and what has happened to Mount Vernon is you let teams back in matches, and here we go as Mount Vernon finds themselves in a split. Dominated in the first set, and boy, just really let Centralia dominate in the second and get a win, and now you got to play a third one, and who knows what can happen now.
So Reagan Schwartz will serve for the Annies to get things going. This set will be presented by Community First Bank of the Heartland. Over the net, into the far corner. Good pick up by Kester. And the Lady Rams struggle a bit up front. 1-0 Annies on top here in the decisive set number 3.
Got to bank your own energy sometimes. And Mount Vernon had all in the first set, and they're going to have to make some now in order to win this game, this match.
Schwartz on the serve in the back row. Kester up front. Carbonaro drop it off up front. Hutton to recover. Kester a touch. It'll go from Carbonaro to Stewart. Back row for Snyder. Down to the near side. Let's see what happens from Brandon. Going to send it long. It's tied at 1.
Momentum will be everything here in this one.
Oh, undoubtedly. Kind of get the impression that momentum in a 3-set match usually resides with they who took the second.
Right.
And that was the Annies. but neither team looking truly that great thus far here in the third set. We'll see what happens. Tied at 1. Lady Rams looking for the return. It'll come near side Owen. Over the top. Good pickup by Beckmeyer. Schwartz to the far side. Ooh, good rescue there by Jordan Keith. Now up front, Lady Rams can't get it out of the net. Made contact with the same person twice. It's a violation. It's 2-1.
Well, bad set. Bad ball trying to get to the net to help out, and Mount Vernon did a very good job there at all.
WMIX Sports Mobile Studios is driven by Ford Square. Unbelievable incentives right now on the Ford F-150, the heavyweight truck champion at Ford Square. See him online at FordSquare.com. Stewart on the return. It'll be the Beckmeyer in the back up front. Ooh, nice play by Snyder from Schwartz. Lady Rams looking for a nice play of their own. Ooh, can't make it happen up front. Annies will get a return here from the near side. That's going to be a good play by Brandon. Now to the far side, Kirsch. Into the near corner, back row. Good set up here. Up front, ooh, Brandon had something set up there. Now Brandon's going to push it across. It's blocked on the jumps. Far side for Carbonell. Into the back row for the Annies. That'll be Schwartz. Brandon back to the far side for Snyder. Ooh, good play by Overstreet on a dig in the back. Up front, let's see what happens. Owens into the near corner. Picked up by Beckmeyer. Here come the Annies on the far side. Great volley thus far. Good try by the Lady Rams. The Annies are going to get the point on the lift call. It'll be 3-1.
Tough break for Mount Vernon. Was there for the play and couldn't get it done.
Lindy Lockwood will serve up 3-1 in the decisive third set. Lady Rams took the first. Annies took the second. Scores irrelevant at this point. We'll get those to you in just a moment. As the Lady Rams were looking for a kill, looking for a tip. There was no tip. That was long, and it's 4-1 Annies. First set was won 25-13. Second set, 25-20 by the Annies. First set, of course, Lady Rams. Far side, that is going to be Carbonell, leaving it down the middle for McGowan. She split the defense in the back row, and they know they made an oopsie. It's 2-4. Lady Rams back within 2, and they'll get the serve.
You sometimes have to make your own breaks and own momentum. That's what Mount Vernon's going to have to do right now if they want to get back in and then win this match.
Side of the set apiece is 2-4. Lady Rams have the serve at a disadvantage. It'll be McGowan off of the ground. Back row, Beckmeyer. This one's going to hit the top of the basket. Making it 3-4. Glen Lake College can save you thousands on your college education. See how to play online at rlc.edu. A sponsor streaming video on WMIXsports.com. 3-4, served from McGowan. Just past the attack line. Snyder up front. Schwartz going to set up to the far side. Brandon will get another one. Again, defending righty on the lefty. 5-3 Centralia.
Stuck it on the blocker and then just trickled down to the floor on the Mount Vernon side of the net.
Beckmeyer on the serve. Overstreet got a piece of it. It's Carbonell on the far side. Leaves it for Stewart. Good play there. Good reaction by Lockwood. Near side for Brandon. Had to go righty that time and made it happen. It'll be up to Kirsch. Now centered for Overstreet. Got it across. Good save by the Lady Rams. That was a nice salvage. It'll be far side of the circle. Nice play by Holster. Better play by Overstreet. Now near side for Owens. Got the tip up front. Not going to matter. Return coming from Centralia. Stewart able to dig. Owens got the return. Beckmeyer. Now Schwartz is going to sit at far side of the circle for Holster. Good play by Overstreet. Carbonell sets it up on the far side for Kirsch. Into the back row. It'll be Beckmeyer. Up front, Schwartz. Going to leave it for the near side. Brandon. Free ball over the top. It'll be picked up by Kirsch. Now that's Carbonell coming near side for Hannah Owens. They're still volleying, ladies and gentlemen. On the far side, Snyder trying to go over the top. Lady Rams leave a huge gap on the near side if the Annies can get a return. It'll be set up for Holster. Floated over the top. It's into the net. Can they dig it out? One more try to return it. Hannah Owens. Great play by the Lady Rams from start to finish there. Now the Annies will have one ricochet off of the antenna. The point will go to Mount Vernon. It's 4-5.
Well, big play there. That volley and everything took a while that time, and both teams were able to get something going, and Mount Vernon gets the point at the end. Boy, big play. Momentum to Lady Rams, only down 1.
4-5, and that one will sneak out to the right. It's 6-4 Annies. They get a break on the unforced error on the serve. It'll be 6-4 as Centralia takes over the serve. It's presented by Community First Bank of the Heartland. This is WMIX Mount Vernon, a free service from Weathers Broadcasting. We're in the third set here from West Frankfort at Frankfort Community High School's Max Morris Gymnasium. Coming to the near side, it'll be Hannah Owens, and she's going to put the defense in the back. It's 5-6 on a Hannah Owens kill.
Well, this one may go for a while. You can just feel that both teams are in it for the long run.
5-6. This one's going to go left. Make it 7-5. As the Annies get a point on the unforced error on the Lady Rams serve. We appreciate the hospitality of West Frankfort High School, especially Bruce Faisal, Rick Westermeyer, and Operations Manager Paxton Guy of our sister station at 1300 The Fan for letting us access their area. Lady Rams trying to block the Centralia return. That was going to sneak just inside the line. If that's not in, it should be. It's 8-5.
Yeah, I was going to say, we can see it from our vantage point high above the Supreme Court.
I actually like it here, up here.
Yeah, you don't get you don't get this very often.
Nope, it won't. As this will be Evelyn Snyder on the serve. Back row. Kirsch up front, Carbonell. Ooh, Whitney Jones is going to flinkle it off the top. Good play at the circle by Jones. 6-8 now as Lady Rams look at the serve. Out comes Jones. In comes McGowan. Look at a glad hand from the Lady Ram bench, trying to stay alive over there. Into this one, I should say. Would probably better usage of verbiage. Near side, what are they going to set up for Holster? They're going to set up a play inside the line. Lady Rams give it a dive, knock it out. It'll be 9-6 Centralia.
Centralia just seems to always have an extra answer for the Lady Rams, especially second set on. Just an extra hit, extra play, extra big, and it's Mount Vernon can't hardly answer.
Off the ground, that'll be Holster on the serve. Lady Rams got the return. Almost a great play there from Hutt, but it was blocked by the Lady Rams. As they volley back and forth, it's on the Centralia side. Far side, Coffey's going to live for Hutt. There's your Hutt kill. With Hutt in the neighborhood, you know something's going to go happen. It's going to happen. She's our X factor. It's 10-6. Everybody's going to listen, that's for sure. Intriguing scores going in. We'll get you a Tony scoreboard update in just a moment, or as we can. 10-6, Centralia on top of the third set of this regional semi. Carbonero off of the serve, looking to go to Castor. The return will be dug out on the dive by the Annies. Up front, Hutton will have it blocked by McGowan. Hutton's going to get it back from Coffey. Now Hutton has it blocked, and the Annies do the old husband and wife. A little miscommunication there will haunt them in the front row on the near side. It's 7-10.
Watched each other, watched the ball drop straight down, then they looked at each other. Now Vernon catches the break on the enforced error and gets a point.
Down 7-10. Here comes Carbo in the third set. Back row, Beckmeyer near the attack line, far side. That's Coffey. Leaves it for Hutton. Castor did her best. Yeah. They're going to. It's nothing but a lift. Nothing that Molly could do. Gave it a heck of a try, but I don't think anybody expected that kind of heat behind that.
A lot of gas on that kill, Chris, and there was nothing that Castor could do.
Any interesting scores coming in? You can find them on Twitter at WMIX Sports. Of course, the Benton Rangers defeated the West Frankfort Redbirds 25-12, 25-12 here tonight. That scoreboard update's presented by Tony Wilt, State Farm Insurance Agent of Mount Vernon. Find him on the web at TonyWilt.com. Look for him in his office at the corner of 42nd South Watertown, Mount Vernon. Like good neighbors, State Farm is there. And he's looking for a return off of the serve. Let's see what happens. We'll go far side for Chief into the net. And just like that, Lady Rams get a quick point, 8-11.
Well, still in it. Still trying to make your own way through things, but we'll see. Still to be Madalena Overstreet to serve. 8-11 is your score. Coach Rennie giving a glad hand there. Doing what she can to try to amp up this Lady Ram bunch, trailing 8-11 in the third set. Beckmeyer into the back for Overstreet. Lady Rams going right to left. Carbonell drops to the near side for Owen. Beckmeyer picks it up, sends it up front. Schwartz to the far side. Here comes Keefe. It'll be picked up by Stewart. Now into the front. Carbonell for Kirsch. Kirsch from the far side sends it inside the near corner. 9-11. Lady Rams get another point. Fighting back a little bit, which is good to see. You don't want to roll over when it could be your last match of the season. Lady Rams going to try to make this one go the distance and try to be on the good side of that winning score and try to meet the Benton Rangerettes on Thursday night. Looking to dress up as a volleyball victory for Halloween. Keep on the return to the far corner for Carbonell. Down to the back row, Stewart. Schwartz up front, drops it near side. That one and has had the presence of mind and great presence of mind from Hannah Owens to come over the top and knock it down before the Annies could get there. And what they did is they forced Brandon to have to go righty. 10-11. Overstreet on the serve. Beckmeyer back up to the front. Got away with his foot over the line. Brandon's able to sneak back in time, though, and what happens is it becomes an unforced error on the far side on a hit into the net. Annies are back up 2. It's 12-10. Oh, mistimed. Didn't do a good job of setting himself up. Let it drop down.
Lockwood on the serve, up 12-10. Third set action from Max Morris Gymnasium. Regional semifinal. State and the regional championship on the line. And the Annies, an unforced error of their own, just couldn't play the return. Tried to send it far side, and it went past everybody. It's 11-12. It'll be McGowan on the serve. A bit of a jump serve, but it's long, and it's 13-11.
Wow. 2 steps forward, another step back. That's Mount Vernon right now. It might actually be 1 step forward and 2 steps back.
Definitely a polarizing night for Lady Ram volleyball. 11-13 here. Centralia had to serve after getting the point. We're going to have a violation on the Lady Rams. It'll be a point Annies.
Easy call over the net.
If you're tired of big corporate banking, you have a choice in Jefferson County. Community First Bank is at home, and Dick Sign of Woodlawn and Mount Vernon. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC, the official voice of the Lady Rams. 14-11 Annies. Jones trying to get skill up front. Another net violation on the Lady Rams will give the Annies a second point. Back-to-back net violations makes it 15-11.
It was 10-11, and the Annies were able to score 4 to the 1 for the Lady Rams, and of course 2 or 3 of those errors by the Lady Rams.
Serve will come for Backmeyer. Gets it to the back, 4 over, streetcar narrow far side, gives it to Whitney Jones, long. It's 11-16. Lady Rams want the tip, they're not going to get it.
Not going to get a tip here, not going to get a tip anywhere on that. Wasn't even close. Begging at this point.
16-11 is the score. I think Angie Higgins wanted the timeout, and so float a free ball over the top. Now it's 16-12.
Well, I got the point.
Coach Rennie doing her best to play cheerleader there on the sideline. Have to appreciate what she brings to the situation like this. 12-16 on the serve. Oh, nice play by Holster, but the Lady Rams have an answer. It'll be Overstreet on the near side, over the top. Into the back row. It'll be Lockwood up front. Ooh, Brandon got a nice assist there from Reagan Schwartz as the lefty brought it. It's 17-12 Annies.
Brandon has brought it all evening long, and Mount Vernon has had no stops.
Annies will enjoy her presence for another year. She's just a junior. We have a timeout on the floor. This timeout is presented by the Medicine Shop Pharmacy, 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon. Dr. Eric Black and staff proud to support the Lady Rams and the local community. They have disputed scores all over the place.
Yes. I'm going to ask our friend what's going on.
That was a Halloween laugh if you didn't catch it. Doing what we can. 'Tis the season. Halloween is Thursday night. Of course, the Lady Rams, again, looking to dress up as a regional championship opportunity on Thursday. They would have the Benton Rangerettes. Either way, somebody's going to have them for this match. That'll be Thursday. If the Lady Rams are here, we're here. If not, night off, I guess. If you enjoyed Monday Night Football last night, you heard it on AM 940. You're home for the St. Louis Rams. Home for the Mount Vernon Rams as well, as they'll battle Mattoon on Saturday. 2:30 is your pregame, AM and FM, video at WMIXsports.com. Annie's had to serve out of the timeout.
Hate to say this, Mount Vernon has been flat since the first set. It's like came out, jacked up, won the first set, and then went, that's all she wrote.
18-12 Annies. Coffee on the serve. It goes in the back row. Stuart Carbonell's going to sit up to the near side for Owens. There you go. Hannah Owens with a spike from the near side and some thunder. It's going to be 13-18. Tonight, Benton beat West Frankfort 25-12, 25-12. Woodlawn beat Odin, I believe, 25-7, 25-3 in Sandoval. Scoreboard updates presented by Tony Wilt. We'll tell you more about Tony after this play. Good deal on the far side. Lady Rams looking for a turn near side. It'll be Castor. Hit. Somehow cleared the top of the net court. Point Lady Rams are trying to show signs of life here, 14-18. Tony Welch, your friend in the insurance community, wants to help your family. See Tony in his office. Find him online at TonyWilt.com or look for the white State Farm Jeep around town and get to a better state with State Farm. As Centralia gets the kill up front, there is Holscher again. Has the diving back row, and it's 19-14 Centralia. Snyder on the serve for the Annies, up 5, 19-14, set 3. Mount Vernon took the first, Centralia the second. Good play out of the net by the Lady Rams. That was Kirsch. Whitney Jones now off of the block trying to send it over. It'll be Holster. Almost crossed the line. This one's going to drop on the side, taking an Annie bounce. It'll be 20-14, making a 6-point lead for Centralia, looking to cruise to a 3-set victory and face Benton on Thursday.
They are cruising.
Jump serve by Snyder. She's just a sophomore. The Annies have a bright future ahead. On the near side, Kester sends it long, and it is 21-14. Community First Bank is the official voice of the Lady Rams, also the Rams as well, and the Jefferson County Basketball Showcase, or whatever its future name is. Tend to get outside the county at times. 21-14 here. Centralia on top. Lady Rams need a return and a kill in the worst possible way. Coming near side. Do they get it? They do. That'll fall out of bounds. As the Annies trying to force a return to the near side, it'll be 15-21. Lady Rams have a long way to go and a short time to get there, down 6.
Watch Bandit run.
There you go. Let's see if they have a little bandit in them on the near side. Lady Rams looking for a turn off the Centralia volley. Let's see what they can put together. Smalley Kester off the top of the net court, picked up by Coffey. It'll be good deal. Far side, it'll be Keith. That's going to be wide left. Doesn't even clear the antenna at 16-21. 5 points set here in the third.
It's go time for Mount Vernon. Do it or in your ear.
Serve will clear the net. Lady Rams are down 5. Centralia on their side have a block the net. This will take a Lady Rams spin off the top of the net court. Point Lady Rams. They give the point to Centralia. It touched an Annie before it hit the net. Okay. Our official didn't see it. Ladder official was looking to the other way, so I'm not sure how they ruled. 22-16, the Annies get a break. It'll be Holscher on the serve. This clears the net. Angie Higgins would have had a heck of an argument.
From up here, we can see those things.
That is true. The Annies looking to set up. It's at the center. Now near side. Oh, and there you go. Good pick up by the 4 official. Cadillo had the right idea, but unfortunately couldn't keep the toes behind the line. Lady Rams will get the point on the violation. They're back within 5, 17-22. Have a lot of work to do. Third set. Winner goes to Thursday. Losers done for the year. Far side. Return coming. Hutton sends it long. Unforced error. It's 18-22. Lady Rams trying to come back. Is there enough gas left in the tank?
What happened there? How'd they lose a point?
There's going to be a lot of unhappy, well, out of the few that are here, there's going to be a lot of unhappy people.
That's 23-17. Mount Vernon lost a point without serving.
More official was showing tip. But I'm not sure
I don't understand what happened here. Angie Higgins wanted an argument, and I didn't understand that call or non-call either way. However, Mount Vernon loses a point, and it goes to Centralia.
So it's 23-17. It'll be Reagan Schwartz with the serve for the Annies. A point away from match point. What the Lady Rams have left in them on the far side, it'll be Carbonero. Lady Rams look dazed. Annie's looking for a return. Lady Rams had the volley. Here comes a nice return from Brandon. Good job by Carbonero. Kirsch. Nobody seems to want it. As McGowan sends it to the far corner. Picked up by Snyder. Far side Schwartz. It'll be up to Keith. Good play by Stewart. Now they're trying to find some rhythm here. Lady Rams going right to left. There's Castor into the back row for Beckmeyer. Up front, Schwartz going to leave it for Hutton. Off the top of the net court. Good play by Kirsch. It'll be E. McGowan. And now Detroit is not going to get the point. It'll be 23-18. Angie Higgins could get the point back. They do. They're within 5, and they have the serve. Just going to make sure this one doesn't get taken away as well. I'm speaking in jest. Got to make it fun. 18-23 Overstreet on the serve. Doesn't want the season to be over just yet. It'll clear. It's into the back row. Snyder up front. It'll be Schwartz off balance. Great play. Hutton sits it long. It's 19-23. But when you think about it, you think of the missed call off the top of the net court that was tipped out by the Annies. You think of the point that was just given back. It should be tied at 21.
Could be very well be tied at 21. Mount Vernon's battling back under duress.
In the back row it'll go. Far side. Nice play by the lefty, and she has been everything tonight for the Annies. Katie Brandon gets the kill, and it is match point 24-19. It's all been brought to you by all season long. Lady Rams Volleyball by Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Just ask for one. Free high yield checking. Free checking, high yield interest. How about that? Let's get that right, Hugo. Free checking and high yield interest. Just ask for one at Community First Bank of the Heartland. Timeout is presented by the Medicine Shop Pharmacy, 19:24. I assume the Lady Rams timeout. I was looking down on my iPad.
Angie Higgins took that timeout.
What it makes sense.
Try to stop momentum and try to figure out a way to get a point here to 20 and get 5 more on your own. They need 6 to win.
Yeah, because, you go back to one of the mistakes and you go back to a point that was taken away, and it's 22-21 right now. Lady Rams are going to have to rebound, but the Annies, all the momentum on their side. Match point, 24-19. They took the second set after Mount Vernon took the first. Since then, the momentum's been on the side of the Annies. Good serve into the back row. It's going to be Carbonell, far side for Kirk. Easy kill. Back within 4. It's 20-24. Lady Rams not ready to call it a season just yet.
Well, they have to play perfect volleyball the rest of the way out in order to win this match. To get 25, they got to get 4 in a row to tie.
20-24, here it goes. And that serve's not going to clear the net, so an unforced error gives the Annies the win. The Annies win 13-25, 25-20, 25-20. We'll come back with your final Schmidt Chevrolet Volleyball post-match show of the season after a quick break. This is Lady Rams Volleyball from WMIX Sports.
Friday Night Lights are back. The best in high school football content is right here at WMIX Sports. Don't miss area coaches and our panel of experts as the Saturday Sports Show revisits the region's most important games. We'll also recap the WMIXSports.com scoreboard, plus talk up other local sports. Look for the Saturday Sports Show after the 8 a.m. news on WMIX 940 and WMIXSports.com. Powered by Crossroads Community Hospital. It's more than a hospital. It's what healthcare should be.
Ford certified sales and service technicians? Schmidt Ford of Salem. Who has a huge selection of new and pre-owned inventory? Schmidt Ford of Salem. Who gives top dollar for your trade-in? Schmidt Ford of Salem. Where should you buy your next vehicle? Schmidt Ford of Salem. Come join our growing family. Shop online at schmidtfordofsalem.com or give us a call at 618-548-1711.
Attention all Medicare Part D pharmacy patients. The annual enrollment period begins October 15th and ends December 7th. And the Medicine Shop Pharmacy is ready to help you. Stop by or call to make an appointment with Eric Black or Tracy Adams. They'll review your current prescription plan and help you manage your Medicare dollars. Here's pharmacist and pharmacy owner Eric Black.
What we offer to our patients is to sit down with them and answer questions that they may have about their medications, really with the end goal of being to maximize their dollars, because that's, after all, what patients really want. We'll take appointments, we'll sit down with them, take as long as it takes to help them choose a plan that is effective at meeting their needs.
Remember, the good folks at the Medicine Shop Pharmacy are never too busy to take care of you. They look forward to understanding your healthcare needs and will focus on keeping you well. The Medicine Shop Pharmacy, 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon.
To call to make an appointment, call 618-242-8776.
Backaches, bad hips, rickety knees? Why not try aquatic therapy? The Red Lake College Aquatic Center has more than a swimming pool. Try a 6-lane, 75-foot lap pool, along with a whirlpool 10 feet in diameter and a 10-foot by 20 hydrotherapy pool. Aquatic therapy is very affordable. In many cases, the tuition is waived entirely. With special access and dressing areas for the elderly and physically challenged, getting in the water is easy. Experts are on hand to assist with various areas of aquatic fitness and rehab. Call 437-5321 extension 1207 or visit rlc.edu.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Now is a great time to move your account to Community First Bank. With our new One Account offering the highest interest rate in the market, free checking, and CD specials delivered by people you know and trust, why would you not bank with the market leader in Jefferson County? We offer 5 locations with 7 ATMs and have been serving the Jefferson County market since 1906. Stop in and see why our bank is the fastest growing bank in Jefferson County. Community First Bank. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC.
This is Lady Rams Volleyball from WMIX Sports. The Schmidt Chevrolet postgame show starts now.
And we welcome you back, of course, on your Schmidt Chevrolet postgame show. Lady Rams fall tonight to the Annies. Their season has come to an end. 25-13, 20-25, 20-25 is the final score. Lady Rams took the first set. Didn't have enough momentum to take the second or the third. And so the Annies move on to play the Benton Rangerettes on Thursday here at 7 o'clock. I'm Chris Hugo. With me is Danny Czerwinski for your Schmidt Chevrolet postgame show. 3423 Broadway in Mount Vernon, online at SchmitzChevrolet.com. Lady Rams came out exuberant, but just didn't have enough to keep that momentum the rest of the way.
Well, and that's the thing. It's hard to figure out here tonight is Lady Rams had all that energy and excitement in the first set, and you felt, wow, this is the night. This is Mount Vernon's time to end this streak. And, boy, Centralia then took Mount Vernon to the old proverbial woodshed. In the next two sets, they were close, but you never really felt like Mount Vernon had any kind of momentum or charge in the second or third set. And unfortunately for the Lady Rams, their season comes to an end with a record of 15-14.
That it does. We have plenty more to talk about on your Schmitz Chevrolet postgame show. We'll take a break, come back, get you set with some scoring and stats on your Schmitz Chevrolet postgame show. This is Lady Rams Volleyball, presented by Community First Bank.
High school sports are back, and your source for scores is WMIXSports.com. Also, find archived local sports broadcasts, video highlights, national sports headlines, and more right at your fingertips. Listen and watch live WMIX sports broadcasts from your desktop or any mobile device. Need a score? Want to see a sick dunk? Miss a game? Didn't get up in time for the Saturday sports show? That's right, it's all at WMIXSports.com. Another free service from Withers Broadcasting, WMIXSports.com.
Are the features with your free checking account disappearing? Hi, this is Melody True, Relationship Specialist with People's National Bank in Mount Vernon. A free checking account with People's National Bank includes unlimited check writing, no minimum balance requirements, online banking, bill pay, a Visa check card, and it only takes $100 to open. Stop by People's National Bank and get the free checking account you deserve. People's National Bank, serving Southern Illinois since 1909. Member FDIC. Non-usage fees may apply.
There's nothing better than fall. Baseball playoffs, a chill in the air, and the new model year on the lot at Ford Square, Mount Vernon. Hi, Roy Schmidt, Ford dealer at Ford Square. 2014s are here, and 3 of America's favorite vehicles are stronger than ever. Ford Fiestas have unbelievable fuel economy, and right now you can pay only $14,311 plus tax, title, and destination. The 2014 Ford Focus also has great fuel economy. How about just $15,663 plus tax, title, and destination? I'm not done. The Ford Fusion is back and better in 2014, the perfect midsize sedan. If you're a Farm Bureau member and financed through Ford Motor Credit, you can drive a new Fusion home for just $18,814 plus tax, title, and destination. The 2014 model year means new deals on new vehicles. Come see one of our associates at Ford Square, 1501 Broadway in Mount Vernon, Illinois, or find their inventory online at FordSquare.com.
Find us on Facebook. This is Lady Rams Volleyball from WMIX Sports.
And we welcome you back to your Schmitz Chevrolet postgame show, 3423 Broadway in Mount Vernon, online at SchmitzChevrolet.com. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside. Lady Rams fall in 3 sets tonight. Their season comes to a close against the Centralia Annies, 25-13. 20-25, 20-25 is the final score here tonight. We have some scoring in the set.
Madeline Overstreet had 3 aces and 2 digs. Alexis Stewart, 7 digs and a kill. Molly Kester, a block, 2 digs, 4 kills. Rachel Kirsch, 2 aces, 3 assists, 1 dig, 3 kills. Hannah Owens had a block, 2 digs, 8 kills. Kirsten McGowan, 2 aces and assists, 4 blocks, 5 kills. Hannah Carbonero had 2 aces, 10 assists, 1 dig. And Whitney Jones had a dig and 2 kills. This is Lady Rams lose tonight. 25-13, 20-25, 20-25.
There you go. We'll come back. We'll have your players of the match tonight as the Lady Rams conclude their season. They finish it up at 15-14, above 500, but disappointment as Centralia will head to the regional championship on Thursday against Benton. We'll tell you all about it on your Schmitz Chevrolet postgame show. Time for a break. This is Lady Rams Volleyball, powered by Community First Bank.
This is Chase Landers with Landers Collision Centers. Imagine this. You're driving down the road. It's dark as can be outside. Thank goodness you just had that left headlight bulb replaced. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to see a thing. Now, close your eyes. Okay, don't close your eyes. You're supposed to be driving. Imagine noticing a slight twinkle off to the left, just above the ditch. What is that, you think to yourself? All of a sudden, whap! You've just encountered your first deer hit. The left side of your vehicle is beat up pretty bad. The next thing I want you to imagine is very simple. Picking up your phone and dialing 1-888-LANDERS to set up your repair. Deer claims are common, and usually a very simple process, which fall under comprehensive coverage. This is Chase Landers asking you to allow Landers to be your collision repair shop of choice. Whether it be a deer hit, fender bender, or the regular, uh-oh, sorry mom, Landers is here for you whenever you need us. Big or small, Landers fixes them all. 1-888-LANDERS, that's 1-888-LANDERS.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Now is a great time to move your account to Community First Bank. With our new One Account offering the highest interest rate in the market, free checking, and CD specials delivered by people you know and trust, why would you not bank with the market leader in Jefferson County? We offer 5 locations with 7 ATMs and have been serving the Jefferson County market since 1906. Stop in and see why our bank is the fastest growing bank in Jefferson County. Community First Bank. Welcome back to personal banking. Member FDIC.
Too expensive to get back into shape? Not anymore. Ren Lake College's new fitness center is only $53 per semester. They've also thought of everything with universal machines, free weights, treadmills with dedicated TV screens, ellipticals, and more. Qualified dance instructors are also available. Or go at your own pace with DVDs that can be used in the exercise room. Best of all, it's open 7 days a week. Check out the Ren Lake College Fitness Center in the Marketplace off Potomac Boulevard in Mount Vernon. Or log on to renlakecollege.edu/Fit Center.
Broadcasting live from the WMIX mobile studios, driven by Ford Square. This is Mount Vernon Lady Rams Volleyball.
And we welcome you back, WMIX and WMIXsports.com. Lady Rams conclude their season tonight, and what an effort it was. So as they fall to the Centralia Annies in 3 sets, 25-13, 20-25, 20-25. They conclude their season at 15-14. This is your Smith Relay postgame show. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside, and we wrap things up with our players of the match.
Has to be the seniors from Mount Vernon, of course. Those are the ones that have been around in this program 2, 3, 4 years, and fortunately for them, their last match happened here tonight as prep players.
There you go. Alexis Stewart, Olivia Rios, and Kirsten McGowan, the Lady Rams seniors tonight, wrapping up their careers. And what a good one it was, and we are proud to be here for you most of the season. We'll let you know our coverage for Lady Rams volleyball, of course, again next summer and fall. Glad to be with you all season long. We hope you've enjoyed it. Rams football continues on Saturday. 2:30 is your pregame. 3 o'clock is your kickoff. As the Rams in the 5A playoffs will travel to Mattoon to take on the Green Wave. We hope you'll enjoy that on AM 940 and 94.1 FM both. Video online at WMIXsports.com. That does it for us tonight. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski, Holly Carroll, your WMIX Sports team. On behalf of everyone, we hope that you enjoyed tonight's broadcast. Lady Rams fall tonight. Make that 25-13, 20-25, 20-25. So long from West Frankfort.
Thank you for listening to Mount Vernon Lady Rams Volleyball on WMIX and WMIXsports.com. Lady Rams Volleyball from WMIX Sports has been sponsored by Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking. The Lady Rams are also presented in part by the Medicine Shop of Mount Vernon, Ford Square and King City Chrysler. You can count on us. Ren Lake College. Save thousands on your college education. Log on to rlc.edu. State Farm Insurance Agent Tony Wilt. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Second Chance Auto on Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Van Terra Bank. Good Samaritan Regional Health Center. Raising a Hospital. Raising the Bar. Winning Edge. Schmidt Ford of Salem. And also by the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois. Landers Collision Centers of Mount Vernon and Salem. Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon. All Stars and Stitches. Central Christian Church. And People's National Bank. Stay in the game on Twitter. Follow us at WMIX Sports. Or log on to WMIXsports.com. Now back to America's best music on AM 9.